And welcome to another Ryan Sports Reviews. Tonight I am rounding up the MLS is back quarterfinals and predicting the MLS is back semifinals. Here we go with the quarterfinal results / mini review. First match, Philadelphia Union 3, Sporting Kansas City 1. I've already talked about this one. Philadelphia bossed Kansas City for most of the match. Kansas City didn't have an answer. Polito got a header right before halftime to give them some hope, but they shut it down late on, and Philadelphia goes on to the semifinals. Second match, Orlando City 1, LAFC 1. Orlando wins 5-4 on penalties. Orlando wanted it more. If you looked at the match, Orlando went and just stepped on LAFC's throat. They tried their hardest to win this match. They did go down a goal, but in the 90th minute, right before stoppage time, they find the equalizer. Joao Moutinho heads the ball in. Former LAFC player, wouldn't you know it. He heads it in to win the match, or draw the match to send it to penalties, where they would win the match. Nani getting the winning penalty, cupping his ears, just running across the pitch. I don't know if I would call that high stepping, but high knees. Running around, cupping his ears where no fans were there, but just being an utter troll, and I love it. Inject it! Inject it! Inject it into my veins. I love it. Inject it into my veins. I love it. He probably learned that shit housing from, like, Manchester United. Like United and Ronaldo. Like, that's probably where he learned it. Inject it into my veins. What beautifulness. Third match, San Jose Earthquakes versus Minnesota United FC. Minnesota played beautifully against San Jose. They had every answer to what Mateus Almeida tried to throw at them. They stomped them. The man marking was non-existent. The goals flew in. Adrian Heath, Inchy, wins it, or helps Minnesota United win it. And Mateus Almeida is still in his back pocket. What I've heard, so I've heard. Crazily enough, what a game by Minnesota, though. 4 goals, strong attack, good defense. Robin Lod scores the first. Amazing play. 2 in a row for him. Amazing play from Minnesota. San Jose gets a penalty, but that's just a consolation. Eriksson does still have his perfect record for the San Jose Earthquakes, though, on penalties. Amazing. 8 for 8. But Minnesota just steamroll them. Finally, the last match of the quarterfinals. New York City FC 1, Portland Timbers 3. Gio Savarese mops the floor with New York again. He has won against them 4 times, twice as the Timbers manager, twice as the New York Cosmos manager from the NASL, so he's beaten them in the Open Cup too, which, hey, nice to see. Valeri played well, Abobase played well, Niazgoda played well, Andy Polo with a rocket, a piss missile. Nobody expected that. He pulled a Dairon Asprilla. Piss missile. Goal of the week. I don't care. If that's not goal of the week, that vote is rigged. That was a piss missile. Amazing. He's like, no, I'm not going to pass it to Niazgoda. No, I'm not going to pass it. I'm just going to just twat it. My word, it was amazing. I'm just going to twat it. Piss missile. Cherry bomb. That's what that goal was. It was amazing. And then the celebration by Andy Polo, that just cheeky dance. It was amazing. That cheeky dance, though. That's exactly what Portland did to New York. Like, that's a perfect personification of this match. The dance and the piss missile, because they just got owned. You'll love to see it. So, going on to the semifinal predictions, the first match. Wednesday, August the 5th, Philadelphia Union versus the Portland Timbers. I think Philadelphia has been a good team, but Portland, taking that momentum from last night, I think they're going to take that momentum into Wednesday and beat Philadelphia. Philadelphia has been good, but their offense hasn't been the reason. It has been Andre Blake in that defense. There should have been more goals allowed, but Andre Blake is a house of fire right now. Like, expected goals against him is a major number, but he's made so many saves. I'm not downing Andre Blake. He has been clinical in this tournament, but I think the Timbers strikers are more clinical and forwards are more clinical. Abobase, Niazgoda, Valeri, Blanco, they're all more clinical than the Union defense and Union goalkeeper Andre Blake. I think Portland will go through to the final to be the left side of the bracket's finalist. The Toronto side of the bracket, which they only were in the round of 16. I don't know why I said that, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. The Toronto Fallen Giants side of the bracket, Portland. They're the finalist for that side. And secondly, Thursday, August the 6th, Orlando City versus Minnesota United. I think the clock will finally strike midnight for Orlando City in this match. Minnesota United, the Inchy Derby. Minnesota United, Adrian Heath. Even though Oscar Pereira has changed a lot with Orlando City, the system they are playing now is what Adrian Heath tried to play with Orlando with less good players. So if you really want to go down to it, Adrian Heath knows what they're going to do before they do any of it. And I guess Oscar Pereira as well, but he tried to pull a Marcelo Bielsa. He was at the game for Minnesota last night, pulling a Marcelo Bielsa. Not in a bad way. It is what it is. But I think Adrian Heath has more experience and he has better tactics. And I think that's what's going to matter. The match will be like a 2-1 win for Minnesota. But Minnesota will still win. They will do what they need to do to win this match. I believe that they will win. I do. And I think that Minnesota will have a good performance. Not a great performance, but a good performance, but a good enough performance to send them through to the final, which the predicted final for me will be Portland Timbers versus Minnesota United on August 11th, Tuesday, 7 p.m. You love to see it. So if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. I'll be back on Tuesday, 2 days from now. Yes, I get a day off finally to talk about the championship playoff final, Brentford versus Fulham. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace.